Oh my gosh. Ah! Anyways, hi guys.
Hey guys.
Welcome back to our video. Stop, Aaron.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to hold on to something.
What
Okay,
are you trying to hold
not
on
that,
to?
Not like that, but hold on to your hand.
Anyways, I have footage for today, but the footage is just like, you know, I might put a little bit of it at the end of this video. But I guess in the meantime, I wanted to share something that recently happened with us, or to, was it to us? Or to Zoe. To Zoe. I know, but it happens to us because we're the parents.
I guess so, yeah.
Right? I think like it's good to share this kind of stuff because it can be helpful to other parents, and you know, and I guess it just teaches you to just be aware and what not to do. So the incident that happened is recently she choked, guys, like had a really...
She's actually choking.
Yeah, she had a really bad choking incident, and it was like, that's the worst it's ever been because she was actually not breathing.
Yeah.
That,
she was trying to breathe because
she couldn't breathe because it was stuck. It was stuck there.
Stuck in her throat, yeah.
That was the worst I've ever seen it. Like, you know, she's choked for like a second before, but not like real, like choking. You know what I mean? And that was the worst that it's ever been. Like Aaron had her and was doing the whole CPR movements that he learned, right? What did you learn to do?
I'd have to show you. Hold them under their chin so their heads are supported.
Yeah.
Right? And you tilt so they're on an angle. So they're like this. So their heads are here. Right? And you're holding them like this. And then you
hit them, give them
flat-handed on their shoulder blades.
To try to dislodge whatever is stuck.
Yeah, so gravity is going to help you.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, like, if you don't set them down, gravity's not helping you, right?
Yeah, and you did it a number of times. Like, it didn't even work the first couple of times, right?
Oh, yeah. Like one or two, like 3 hits.
Yeah, and that was really, it was really scary because I was just like, should I call 911? Like, should I call, like, that was...
I mean, that's a good question.
Yeah, but...
That's a good question.
And because I know, like, I knew what you were doing because I know I've seen that done and I've researched it myself, and I've also seen videos of police officers doing it and they showed what you should do, so I was familiar with what to do. But seeing that you were doing it and it wasn't working, that's what made me, like, panic even more. I'm like, should I call 911?
Right.
And so, luckily, we didn't have to. Aaron saved her with what he did, and it turned out to, like... You know, the funny thing is she's choking on what? She's choking on these little plantain chips that I eat all the time. You guys have seen me review them in the videos. I do not like giving her these chips because they're kind of crusty. They're hard chips. They're not easy to dissolve in any means. She just has to chew them. But she loves them. She loves them like I do. Come to mommy? Okay, come. Come, let me feed you.
Wow, I'm really white.
Yeah, anyways, she really likes them, so we gave them to her. Like, you know, she does eat them. She still eats them today. But I just have to be very careful. The thing is, she was eating it, and then she had a piece of watermelon as well, which doesn't help because she can't chew the cracker and watermelon at the same time.
No.
And then she tried to swallow, and it got stuck.
Yeah.
So that was really scary. Very, very scary incident. It just freaks me out. This is like the second scary thing this child did. I mean, the first one she didn't really do, when she was lethargic.
Oh.
We shared that story when she was like 6 months old, when she was super, or 6 months, 6 weeks.
No.
Not even that old? Oh, wait, like 3 weeks?
She was like 3
Oh, you're right. It was like 2 weeks old. Yeah. She was like 2 weeks old, and she was really lethargic. Yeah. She was nursing, but apparently I don't know, maybe she wasn't getting enough. And she was super lethargic.
Yeah.
We ended up spending a night or 2 nights in the hospital.
Yeah.
So, you know, that was scary. But yeah, you just have to be very careful. I think when we go to the pediatrician, they still ask us to make sure, like, you chop up their food or give them food in small pieces. Because they're babies. And even though they have a lot of teeth, you know, when they chew stuff, they can sometimes just not chew it well and swallow it.
She usually does a pretty good job. But
she does. She's a pretty thorough chewer, but like I said, because she had multiple pieces of things. So that's something to be cautious of if you're a mom or a parent of like a new baby. Just be careful of the sizes of things that you give them. Yeah. You know, be aware of things that maybe aren't so dissolvable, and make sure they don't eat something else on top of that, because I think that was
soft and hard, yeah.
Yeah, the combination, because then they don't have room in their little mouths to chew it properly, and that's what happened to her.
I was confident that I think it was going to be okay. I think after like 10 seconds, 15 seconds of not getting a result, then you call the police. And you call.
I
You
felt
gotta
like
call
but it felt
within
long.
30 seconds. You're gonna know.
It felt really long. Like it
was
was longer than.
It's less than 5 seconds.
No, babes, because by the time we heard her, she was in the other room, and we heard her choking.
Yeah,
And by the time
I ran over.
By the time we hear once, and then we heard it a second time, because we're usually like, guys, is she okay? Like if we hear it.
Yeah.
So by the time we did that, 5 seconds have already gone by, and then we're running over to her to try to save her at that point.
Yeah.
So it's just really scary, and yeah, we should just. This is another reason why I also don't like to feed her in her car seat. As of late, I've noticed a few incidences with like police officers saving kids and stuff, and I think some of the reasons are they're eating in their car seats, and because of the fact that they're sitting and they're strapped in, and if they're eating and they're choking, it's harder to access them. Not to mention if mom's driving, you know, whoever's driving, you can't really just tend to them immediately.
Yeah.
I'm lucky and happy that she doesn't put a lot of other like things in her mouth.
No, she doesn't put things in her mouth other than food.
Yeah, because she plays with like her sister's little toys, like Pikachu and.
Yeah, but she doesn't do that.
Yeah,
stuff.
she doesn't put like little things in her mouth. I don't know why. She never has.
Never has. Yeah.
So I'm pretty thankful for that. I don't have to worry about that kind of stuff. I want to share that with you guys. I don't know what you can take from it, but like I said, just be safe about, you know, food with your young ones, because all it takes is like a second and they can be choking. And I mean, you've known of someone whose child passed from choking. It wasn't, I think, on food, but it was on liquids. And it's the same thing. Like, it's crazy how quickly that can happen.
Yeah,
and
it's never been the same.
yeah, it's devastating.
Devastating.
Like, oh my gosh,
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Huge.
Pretty much it for.
Oh my gosh.
I know, it's hard to think about. It just makes
Yeah.
It was very scary for me, especially because you were doing what you're doing, and I wasn't able to do anything but observe. So, you know, to be helpful, I think my only reaction is to, okay, like at what point do we call the police?
Yeah, call 911 within the first 30 seconds if
Right.
you can't help.
Gosh, and that's so scary, because when calling them is one thing, but just thinking about how long they took to get here when you were in pain just makes you, like, I don't want to say I have my doubts, but it's just like, how long are they going to take to get here? It doesn't matter how close you live to a hospital. Like, they're going to, you know, they took
The police might come faster.
True.
Than the ambulance.
Yes.
I think the police, because there's lots of police in this area of the city, because the police station, there's 2 police stations, like, what, 5-10 minutes away?
Yeah, there are police stations within the nearest, like, close by, but they took like 15 minutes to get here for you. I mean, I guess perhaps they knew it wasn't, like, did they not, do you think they gauged it?
I think they knew I was conscious.
So they
probably,
they gauged it on that?
He's awake. He's okay.
And then what if you go unconscious?
If only I was unconscious. I would have preferred to be unconscious.
No, it's good that you experienced that.
Oh.
Because you got to experience a little bit of what it's like to be in labor. Just a little bit. Now you can have a lot more appreciation
I was
for...
screaming.
You can, and women
screaming.
scream too, but we just
at
the same time, I guess, for us, because when we're pregnant, we know it's coming. We know what's coming is inevitable. The baby's got to get out some way.
You know what though? You get you when you're having contractions, there's a break. There's a little bit of break, and breathing helps.
It's not
breathing
always,
helps.
But you could have breathed too.
Breathing didn't help.
Don't.
Breathe fast. Breathe fast. Breathe fast.
Breathe fast.
Breathe
Yeah,
fast.
breathe fat. No, breathe fat.
Breathe fast. Breathe slow. Don't breathe. Doesn't help.
Yeah.
I remember it felt like someone punching me in my kidney repeatedly, over and over. Just like this.
Think about that pain. How would you have felt if it was in your male bits? That's what
probably
women.
go unconscious.
Yeah, that's what women experience when they're having contractions. In that whole area, and it does not feel very good. I mean, period cramps can feel terrible, let alone contractions. We could go on all day about this. Anyways, guys, we're gonna wrap this video up. We're about to head out to some yard sales if they are still available when we go up there, because it's so late.
Let's see. Zoe, I love you. I love you, Zozo Bean. Say bye-bye. Say bye-bye.
Say bye to the camera.
You gonna say bye? Wave. Wave and say bye. Say bye.
Say bye.
Say bye.
Up here, look, up here. Say bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. You say bye?
Bye, guys.